Hello. Hope everyone is doing great. I'm doing okay. I haven't posted a video in a while. I've been up to a lot. But I do want to continue putting up videos. Again, I put up videos for the beginner trucker, those who are just starting out. I personally only have 2 years experience, so I still consider myself a rookie, which I am compared to, all the other truckers out there, So I just put up videos just to account my experience out there, So if any of you other veteran truckers get on and you have some advice, drop it in the comments. I would that you don't drop any, mean or snide remark comments. You have those super truckers out there that just there's always one that just gotta put something mean or nasty, I hope that you won't, but if you do, whatever, I'm just gonna keep moving on. But drop some comments, because I do post videos for the new truckers and they do watch these videos and get stuff from it. I've had numerous people hit me up and let me know that they've gotten a lot of good information, and I've had people hit me up who's given me advice and I've been able to talk to about certain things. So I'm glad that you guys find these informational and helpful. I'm still learning a whole lot. I'm still learning a lot. I still talk to a bunch of truckers out there. I still, hit up people in management. I still, I try to glean as much information as I can about it. But anywho, this video is about your dispatcher. Are they your friend? Dispatchers are not your friend. Just, this is business, so you shouldn't think of them as your friend anyway. They are there to help make you money, and they are there to make money themselves. Your dispatchers make money off of your tires rolling, so you out on the road makes them money. So it's like a win-win. So that's how you should view your dispatcher you and your dispatcher's relationship. It's a money situation. It's really all it is. It's not personal. It's just business. You want to make money, they want to make money. You also want to remember that your dispatcher is not your boss. Your dispatcher is there to work with you to make you some money, so that they can make money, so that they can retain you, so that you won't quit on them, So that's the relationship. It's supposed to be like that. Your dispatcher is not your boss. They work with you, although they do have influences, over your job. So you don't want to just be popping off on a dispatcher, talking any kind of way and just cussing, and some dispatchers, I've heard horror stories where some dispatchers deserve that. I'm not gonna say that, but you wanna carry yourself right, in that kind of situation, because they do have certain influences. Because when it's time for a meeting with a supervisor or something like that, if it gets to that point, it's your word against theirs. And trust me, they will throw out every little thing that you've ever done. I don't care if you were late, if you anything, any little thing that you've done, they will throw it at you. So you just want to remain professional. It is a professional relationship. They don't know you like that. They want to make money, you want to make money. My experience with my dispatcher, I never had a falling out to where there was words exchanged, harsh words or anything like that. But I did have to have a couple of conversations with my dispatcher. Reason being is because I didn't feel like I was making enough money. Like I said, I am new to the game, so I felt like I was on the bottom of his totem pole, and I wasn't really getting loads that will make me enough money, or money that I feel like I should be making. Or like I said, I talked to other truckers out there and people in management, and I know a dispatcher, and just money that I felt like I should be making, compared to how I'm out there running, and the work that I'm doing. Because there was a learning curve. I will say that when I first started, when I first got my truck, there was a learning curve. And there were some things that I had to learn before I can get those loads that paid me well. So I'm not naive to think that, oh, I should just come out the box just getting paid, you know, buku money. I know that I have to, you know, pay my dues, as they say, which I had done. This is like over a year later. So I'm like, okay, I've reached that learning curve. I know how to run my clock. I get to my destinations on time. I know how to speak to my to the shipper and receivers, you know. I know how to call, I know how to inquire. I know these things now, you know. I'm learning these things. Yes, there's more that I need to learn, but I'm learning these things. I know how to operate in my job, you know. So I still felt like I was on the bottom of that totem pole. So I had to have a talk with him, you know. And again, they will throw up every little thing. If you were ever late, even if you just started, if you were late, they're gonna say, oh, well, you were late here, and you were, you know. And it was from that first conversation that I really learned that I needed to really keep up on notating things about my trips. So after that first conversation with my dispatcher, and after the first conversation, my money did get, it picked up for a time. So, but after that first conversation, I started to write down things. I started to write down my trips. I started to write down any notes that happened, you know, while I was there. Was I late? Was I early? Was the load not ready? You know, how long was I? You know, I wrote down specific things about the trip. So I got to the point where I logged each one of my trips, you know, so that if I have to have this conversation with him again, he's not going to say, oh, you were late here. Oh, I was on what date? Okay, let me flip this page. Oh, no, I was not late. the shipper and receiver, blah, 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 you know. So when it got time for me to speak to him again, you know, at this point, I'm frustrated because I already had a talk with you, and we came to an agreement, but now I've gone back because I don't know, now I'm really feeling like I'm on the bottom of the totem pole, and I'm not going to have it. So this time I was more, you know, confident, and I was more firm in what I was talking about, you know, and I had to come and talk to him again about it. You know, and he again tried to throw up every little thing. And I'm like, no, I'm combating it left and right, you know. And I was like, okay, look, I'm about to leave your fleet. You want to go ahead and release me off your board? Or do you want, you know, to talk with your supervisor? What do you want to do? Because at this point, I don't have anything else to say. You know, I want to make money just like you want to make money. I know you got, I don't know how many trucks they have on their board, but I'm pretty sure it's like 50 or more. You know, I know that I'm not the only one, but at this point, you know, you're not really caring about my concerns. So let's go ahead and take it a step higher. At that point, I was on my stuff. Like, I had stuff written down. You know, tell me that I wasn't doing my job, and I would go out and I would stay out. Like, the most I've stayed out at one point, it was like 2.5 months. So I'll go out and I'll stay out. You know, I don't have any kids. I don't have anything like that. So I can go out and stay out. So if I can't see my money reflecting that, or if I'm in the hole, you know, consistently, like it's something wrong with that. So we're going to have to come to a conclusion. So when I said that I'm going to leave your fleet, that's when he wanted to straighten up. I was like, oh, really now? He wanted to straighten up and he wanted to negotiate or whatever. And I was willing. I didn't care. Like, just don't treat me bad. You're just not going to treat me bad. And, you know, we came up with an agreement or whatever. We talked it out and whatever. He even apologized, you know. And from there, my money was okay. Like, I was good with what I was getting in, and I felt like I was being taken seriously. You know, I'm out here, you know, we're out there driving away from family, hours and hours, losing sleep, sleep schedule, all, you know, just, we're out there, you know. So we want to get paid. Just treat us right, and you won't have any problem with retention. So when I said that, he straightened up, you know. And it's sad that you have to get to the point where you have to threaten to leave their fleet. Reason being is because if you leave, and I'm talking from Prime. I was at Prime, you know, so, but I think it's general. If you leave, if I was to leave his fleet, he would have gotten a penalty. And I heard from, I was speaking with one of the mentor drivers there, and they were like, they get penalized like $250 or something if you leave their fleet, you know, because it's well within their power to retain you, you know. So if you get to the point where you have to change dispatchers and have to go through all of that and paperwork and whatever, they'll get fined for that. So they don't want that, and they don't want to lose revenue from you running, because he know I would stay out there. So my truck was running, so he didn't want to lose me. You know, and it's sad that you have to get to that point with some dispatchers, but you do. You know, you want to speak up. You want to say what's on your mind. You want to let them know, like, hey, I'm out here running. I take my job seriously. Not going to treat me any kind of way. Make sure my money, you know, is right. You know, and I'm not saying that your money is going to be up here, you know, every single week. It varies. It's just the business that we're in, and sometimes it varies, you know. And you know, it's not going to be up there every week. But again, I'm out here, I'm doing my work, you know. Yes, I'm learning, but hey, I'm out here and I'm working just like any other veteran trucker. You know, we're all, you know, burning rubber, you know, and away from family for weeks and weeks at a time, and losing sleep and dealing with all kind of crap, you know what I'm saying? So you're not gonna just treat me any kind of way. So you have to be vocal. You know, and that's on any job. That's corporate America, trucking, that's whatever you want. You let them know that I'm serious about what I'm doing. I need you to be serious about what I'm doing too, you know? So you have to be like that. Your dispatcher is not your friend. You know, you might know the dispatcher and y'all might have gone to lunch or what. I don't know what people do with dispatchers, you know, but realistically, they're not your friend. They're not your boss. But they are, and it's a business relationship. So you want to remember that. And also remember that the dispatchers, they have a lot to do. You know, I don't know if you have the opportunity, but if you do, go and sit with the dispatchers and look at what they're doing, and look at the multiple screens that they're working on, and it's nonstop. So, you know, just imagine what you have to do on a daily basis, and the communication that you have to have from your dispatchers, and just, you know, multiply that by like 100. You know, you're not the only truck on their fleet, so they're constantly going. I know that one dispatcher I know said we just eat at our desk, you know, so they're constantly going. So they have a lot to do. They are stressed. You're not the only person. So, you know, you want to remember that as well. And that's why I'm like, you don't come off as, you know, cussing and all of this. And you just handle yourself well, and remember that you're not the only one stressed. They're stressed as well. Any job title comes with its own stressors, you know. So just remember that your dispatcher is a person, you know, but you do have some arrogant dispatchers out there who forget that they are not your boss, but they act like they are your boss because they have the power of a button to push to, you know, regulate some things or change some things about how you're making money and whatnot. You know, they forget that, and sometimes you got to go off, you know, because you have been tried, and they just won't get it together. So sometimes you got to go off, and I do understand that. But if you can, just conduct yourself. Just consider just consider the stuff that they have to go through and the stuff that you're going through. I would say just come off, if you do have to get to the point where you have to talk to them, come off calm. Like I always spoke calm to him, and that's one of the reasons why he apologized to me the second time I had to talk to him. Because he actually said that. He was like, you were not yelling, your tone was calm. He was like, I apologize, I am dealing with a million things over here. You know, he went through that, and I appreciated that because the topic was serious, you know, and I wasn't backing down, so it was serious. But I didn't come off as, you know, angry and rah, you know. Nobody responds to that. If anybody comes to me and they're rah, I'm gonna look at you like you're crazy, and you're gonna get that rah back, because that's what you're giving me. So, you know, come off like that. A dispatcher's not your friend. It's a business relationship first, you know. Your dispatcher is a person. They're dealing with a lot of stresses first, you know. So, you know, consider that when you're dealing with your dispatcher. And you know, moving forward, if you have something to say, please be vocal. I know that a lot of new truckers are, you know, a little intimidated, or they're learning, so they feel like they shouldn't have to say anything. Do your homework. Don't just come off your dispatch like, oh, I'm not making enough money, or know your homework. You know your routes. Know how much this usually pays. Talk to different truckers inside of that company, you know, get some inside information without seeming like you're snooping, you know. Ask random questions while you're putting the puzzle together in your head. You know, it just looks like random questions on your part, but you know, do your homework, learn, glean as much as you can. Talk to people just starting, because somebody who could have just started while you already been in it for a year has had a different experience than you already, you know. So glean from them. Somebody who's just starting to as high up in management as you can go. Just talk to everybody, you know, and I feel like that will make your job easier for you. You know, that'll make, you know, your knowledge, you know, that'll grow your knowledge about the business, and you know, just all around it will work together in your favor. So that's my video about dispatchers. I'm going to try to put out videos more frequently. I've just been getting hit up like, what happened with the videos? And my bad, y'all, my bad. I've been going through a lot of things, and yeah. I'm gonna put up some more videos. Let me know if you like this. Let me know if you want to add anything, if you want to comment about your experience with your dispatcher. I would really like to know. Everybody's experience is a learning experience for someone else. Until next time, guys, God bless. Bye.